What would you say if I told you I was going to give you this chair? Not now, but after it's been fully restored. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. We just picked this chair up. We might do it for our next giveaway chair. We might sell it. Heck, I might take it home so my 3 kids could destroy it. I really don't know what I want to do, but let me tell you more about this chair. But first, drop a comment down below. Let me know who do you think designed and manufactured this chair. It's a gorgeous chair. We just picked it up on Facebook Marketplace. I said I saw it and I knew that I had to have it here inside my shop. Why did I buy this chair, you may ask? Well, we are going to be doing our first speaking event over at the Orange County Fair on August 2nd. This video is going to be in correlation with that. We're going to do the full restoration on this chair and then give a before and after speech on the restoration process and finding you're happy, finding why restoration makes us so happy here, what's the joys of it, what's the side effects, the negatives of furniture refinishing. I'm going to go through all of that in my 45-minute speech next month. So a lot of you may be thinking that this is an Eames chair, and it's really darn close. That's why I love this model of this chair so much. But it has a few telltale signs that it's not. First one off the bat, it only has 4 legs. Eames chairs are a 5-leg base. This is 4. That's your first sign. Second, the arms are a little different. They're a little bit more flat topped, not a big, like it's a big L shaped on an Eames chair. And then the last one, the last biggest one, are these big like locking nuts on the backside that hold it all together. No shock mounts here. You do see screws. As I work my way around, you're going to see the other telltale sign for these chairs is these screws around the back. These are actually holding in the upholstery, because this chair, this is a wood-backed upholstery, where the Eames chairs have a lot more, they're a zipper and they're plastic. There is nowhere to staple into, where these chairs, you have a solid back, which is really nice. And as you can see with the pillar posts here, they're very similar to an Eames chair. You don't see any visible screws, but there are no shock mounts, the round shock mounts that go in, and they don't have any of the black highlights. So I said, I'm gonna spin this thing around, and I said, from the front, you can see too, the Eames chairs, the top and the middle usually are around the same size of a cushion. This one here, it's about 30% larger. And you have a little bit of leather inside that is covering and masking basically the black support panels from that are holding these panels together. So I said, now that you know all of this information, let me tell you who it is. So this is a Plycraft lounge chair, and this one is in a beautiful walnut. Not rosewood, unfortunately. It's not an Eames chair. It's not a Charlton chair. If you don't know that one, go look that one up too. Absolutely beautiful chair, and the closest replica to an Eames that I have seen. It doesn't have any of these screws that you see on the back. But so what we're going to do first, we got to tear this thing down, get the upholstery off, get the screws all wrapped up, put in a box, and then get the upholstery ready to go over to Luis at Universal Upholstery, get that set going, so that way Ivan and I could be getting the wood panels repaired, stripped, sanded, and stained, so that way we could get this done in about 2 weeks. We don't have much time, but we'll make this happen. Like I said, I hope to see you guys follow along on this journey. We're going to make this probably a couple part series from start to finish, and the grand reveal will be at the OC Fair from inside of the little convention center. Let's dive in. So these are real cool too. You got to make sure you don't lose them. It has the little retainer, like a little washer. Keeps that from blowing out the wood and the screw going inside as much. Really nice, but make sure you don't lose it. We're going to work our way around, get the rest of these off, and I'll show you what I mean by wood-backed paneling. We'll spin it this way so you can see it come off. So those 3 screws are the only thing holding this in. There you go. You can see it. So this one's a little thin. This is only about 1/8 of an inch. But it's still somewhere where you could throw staples in and get this to hold properly. Like I said, on an Eames chair, you're zipping this panel up and that's all you have, which means you have to have a precise and a really good upholstery shop that knows what they're doing to get that just right. So now that I have that off, I always like to do this on the back side of these chairs, because you could you can mess up real easily. If you didn't know that these screw holes were part of it, I take it to the upholstery shop, and if he puts this seam on this top edge, it's just going to make this chair look horrible, not ideal. So, but I said I'm always writing up, and then we'll go top panel. Obviously, it's not going to be a big deal on this chair. Eames chairs, they can be universal. You could put the wrong one in. It'll have a slight variation in the curve, and that's why it won't seat properly. Okay, so now we're going to do this one just a little bit different. Pull this one out carefully. These are harder to get out than the Eames chairs because of that wood back. Oh, I got lucky. I see something there. I'll show you guys in a second. But we're going to write this one front, so that way we know where the front lip is. Same reason is that when they go back with the piping, which is what you see back here, there's going to be a seam which will be in the back, not noticeable, not at the front edge. Very important. So now you can see a stripped down version of this chair, and from this point it looks very similar to an Eames chair, but I was noticing why this was wobbling so much, and I thought it was just these bolts that may have been a little loose, but you heard me, when I pulled that off, the bolt and the nut have been sheared off, so which means I'm going to write a note of this. When we're done, we will replace this, so that way this whole back will have structural stability. Eames chairs do not have these, so I said that's how you kind of know it is one of these Plycraft chairs, is it'll have this metal support, which makes it stronger in my opinion in the end. It's just how do you make this go away so you don't see it and and it become an eyesore. When it's sitting on the ground, obviously, you can't see it at all except for the one little grommet. But what we're going to do real quick is pop off these the covers, and then I'll show you underneath what holds these together, and then we'll get these to the stripping pile. All right, so now you can see these are why these chairs don't break that often. Solid piece of steel, but you can see the bolts and the nuts are a little bit small, a little old. You can see that one there is a little loose. So we're going to take these off carefully, but first I think I have to take the arms off to get this leather out of here. But like I said, we're going to get this in the stripping pile and start getting it down to raw wood again.